like to call the meeting to order. Would everyone please stand and join us for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, welcome everyone. Happy summer. I'd like to report out on our closed session. Item C2A was a student matter pursuant to Education Code 48918A. Student case number was 1718002. I believe we have a motion there.
I move that the expulsion records for student number 1718002 be expunged as a result of successfully completing the terms of his or her expulsion and in alignment with California Code 48917 subsection E and Carpenter Unified School District's Board Policy Administrative Regulation 5144.1. Student number 1718002 will have expulsion records expunged from school cumulative records.
Can I get a second?
I second that.
All right. No discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Item C2B, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, Government Code Section 54956.9A, case name unspecified. Disclosure would jeopardize the existing settlement negotiations. We have a motion there.
I move that the terms of the settlement agreement regarding student with case name unspecified be approved as presented during closed session.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Let's move on to the approval of the minutes. Can I get a motion there?
I move that we approve the minutes of regular meeting June 27th and special meeting June 28th, 2017.
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Move on to the consent agenda. We're going to pull D11 and put it on our next meeting. The personnel summary being pulled. All right. Can I get a motion there?
I move we approve the agenda and consent agenda as amended.
Can I get a second?
I second that.
All right.
I actually have a question. Maureen, can you explain to me for item D4 the difference between general fund, site general fund, school site council fund, and maybe explain also principal fund, if they have anything to do with each other?
Yes. So in the past, we called funds a lot of different names. They're all general funds. So this is being paid out of the ELISO allocation, which is a formula-based allocation that all of our sites get for their pot of discretionary dollars, but they are all general funds. We've used the terms of principals reserve, principals account, site council funds, but they're all general fund monies in the same pot. So we've consolidated that and just called them that. There are other funds. There's Title I, and there are federal funds and other state grants. Not all are site allocated. I know historically the school site councils at each school have reviewed and had some authoritative ability over all of the money at the site. But legally, only federal funds are under the authority of a site council. So,
Great. Thanks. Okay, this is a roll call.
Rogelio?
Aye.
Maureen?
Aye.
Michelle?
Aye.
Andy?
Aye.
And I'm aye.
Alrighty. And we'll move on to the moment we're all waiting for, the introduction of our new superintendent, Diana Rigby. Welcome, Diana.
Thank you so much.
Great to have you here.
I am thrilled to be here, and thank you again for this opportunity. It's just wonderful, and I really appreciate the warm welcome I've received from all the district office staff. So I wanted to publicly appreciate the staff because they've made my transition seamless. So I'd like to read the names of the staff. And of course, we have three sitting in the sitting with us today: Maureen Fitzgerald, of course, Jolene Kalami, and Lisa Main. Thank you so much. They've made it very warm. In addition, we have Nancy Morales, Andrea Carrot, Jennifer Bowles, Robbie White, Mari Hornback, Dave Winiger, Lena Placencia, Bev Rodriguez, Cindy Abbott, Ernie Keys, Chris Hatler, Chris Karpenko, Reed Barnes, Michael Littlejohn, and it's Kirsten Escobedo. And I really appreciate all of them. It's been wonderful. We have a terrific team, and they're all working really hard this summer to prepare school for everyone. So thank you all. In addition, I'd like to extend special thanks to Jamie Pursoon. I could not have made the transition without her. Her support and information advice has been just critical for my success, so I really appreciate Jamie. So thanks. And then I wanted to share with you some of the summer programs that are happening in our schools right now as we're sitting here during the day. The first program was the Extended School Year program, and that's our special education extended year. It began June 12th, and it was concluded last Friday. We served 37 students with IEPs. We had 3 classes, 2 at Catalino and 1 at Carpinteria High School. And again, that is led by our Director of Special Ed, Kirsten Escobedo, and she'd like to thank the staff who worked this summer, and that's special ed teachers, instructional assistants, speech and language pathologists, the occupational therapist, adaptive PE teacher, and the mental health therapist. And we'd also like to thank Transportation and Food Services because they also provided support to the program. In addition to the extended school year, we also have a summer academy for students in grades K through 4, and that is run by our after-school program site coordinator, Crystal Hoffman. It's being held at Aliso School. It serves elementary students from grades 1 through 5, and it's focusing on not only academics but enrichment for 5 weeks from 8 to noon. And also at Aliso School, we have the United Way Fun in the Sun, and that's supported by United Way, and students are very fortunate to participate in an all-day program with academics, enrichment, as well as excursions to the beach and the pool. And we serve lunch every day for our students. So that's fabulous, and that's Arna Crittenden from Carpinteria High School's kitchen serving the lunch. So we really appreciate that. We also have United Way supporting our Pre-K Institute, which is a kindergarten orientation program, which is just fabulous because it's helping students who've not been in preschool be prepared for kindergarten. So it'll be an easier transition for them. So we appreciate all the staff who work their summer vacation to support our students. We also had summer school at the high school, and that's for those students who need to earn their credits, credit recovery. And we had 2 sections of English language arts, 1 section of math, and we had 84 students. So we appreciate those teachers because they're taking their vacation time to ensure that our students are able to enter the classes that they want to after recovering their credits. And then we also have the fun football and cheer camps, but we have a lot of students. So we have 84 students, of which 60 are non-CCH students participating. And then Cheer Camp has 140 students. So we're fortunate that we're providing that support for not only our students, but students from outside the district. So we appreciate everybody who's involved in that. The next thing I wanted to highlight is that our teachers take a well-deserved summer vacation, but they're also engaging in professional learning through the summer. So I just wanted to focus on some very exciting professional learning in the area of science. We are all implementing the new next generation science standards, and our teachers are going to be engaging in professional learning during August. We're starting the last week of July, first week of August, working with the South Coast Science Project, and you approved the stipends for our teacher leaders. So what's really exciting, it's our own teachers who are leading the institutes for their colleagues. So that's going to be excellent professional learning. In addition, on August 16th, which is the first day back for most faculty, we will have a workshop that is led again by those leaders, and it will be an overview for all the faculty members on those next generation science standards. The next 2 days are the last of the professional learning days, August 17th and 18th. We will be working with Dr. Pagan from Santa Barbara County Ed Office, and he'll be working first with the elementary staff and then the secondary staff on the English Learner Development Program, which is one of our major goals in our LCAP. So I appreciate the leadership team organizing this because it takes a lot of work to organize Summer Institute. So I'm thrilled that it's organized, ready to go, and we can just step in and enjoy that. So I appreciate that. The next item that I want you to be aware of is, as you know, we are hoping that all of our staffing for next year would be in order by now, but you know that things change over the summer, so we do still have a few staffing positions that we are working hard to fill. So we have 3 teachers at the high school that we have openings for, 1 teacher at the middle school, and 2 teachers at Catalino. In addition, we have 6 classified positions remaining to be filled, and we're working on hiring a director of child wellness and nutrition. What is the formal name?
It's the Child Nutrition and Wellness Coordinator.
Okay, child nutrition and wellness coordinator. Thank you, Maureen, and the director of human resources. So we are working hard to fill those positions before the school year. And then I wanted to give you just kind of some visibility to our projected enrollment. So I've attached the enrollment projections for this coming year, and also enrollment as of January of 2017, so you can see the differences. We're pretty stable. I mean, it looks like we're about 46 students less. However, we all know that summer's a time of transition. So those numbers will change, but I like for you to have an idea of where we are in terms of the numbers of students and the class sizes. So we'll be working on that in the summer. And then I'm thrilled to share with you the progress of Measure U because it's so visible. You can see it on campuses. Wow. I mean, there's work going on at CHS, Catalino, and the middle school campuses. Existing portables have been moved to those temporary locations for housing students. And then we're waiting for the Gen 7 modular classrooms installed, and then permanent classrooms will be modernized. So we also have work on the roofs at the high school and at the middle school. And the good news is, according to Dave Winiger, our work is a little bit ahead of schedule. Isn't that wonderful in construction projects? Where do you hear that?
Rules behind.
The next thing we want to hear is we're under budget. We don't hear that much, do we?
We don't.
And then the last thing I wanted to give you some visibility about what I'm thinking about my work for July, and if there's any suggestions or recommendations or questions, I'd love to entertain them. But, my first priority is to get to know everybody. So that's what I'm spending my time is getting to know all the employees and meeting parents and community members and community leaders and city government leaders. And we have wonderful groups that are funding all of our projects that I'll make sure that I've met with before school starts. So that's my primary work. And then in addition, we're reviewing the budgets and reviewing the LCAP and hiring staff and updating the website. I'll have a conversation with our tech person when he returns and communicating with parents and staff. I want to introduce myself to everyone, and so we'll do that through letters and the website. And also preparing for our leadership team. We'll have, it's typically called a retreat, but I like to call it an advance because we're looking forward to the school year. So I'm really anxious to get to know the leadership team. Now, I respect that they have July vacation, and everyone really needs that vacation because they've worked so hard and it's so intensive work through the school year. So, but I have an open invitation to meet with them individually with coffee or lunch, and great if they take me up on it. If not, I will look forward to meeting them August 7th. And then, of course, we're planning for the professional development days because we want to make sure that those are all seamless. And then I will attend the science training because I'm looking forward to that. We also have the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee meetings that I'll also be attending. I'm going to be visiting all the schools and catching up all about Measure U because there's a lot to catch up on. So I think that's what I'm starting out with. How does that sound to you? Does that sound like
A lot.
does that sound like a good plan?
Sounds like a
Do you
great
think I've
plan.
missed anything or?
I think the best way to meet and greet is just go to the grocery store, go to Albertsons and do your shopping, and
yes.
that's about it. It's about how you
that's
get it done.
Yes. Well, I am at Lucky Llama very early in the morning, so.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But thank you.
That's great.
Thank you.
And I enjoy having you up here on the dais with us as well.
Yes.
This is-
Great.
this is-
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
great. Well, welcome, Diana.
Thank you
Very
so
excited
much.
and looking forward to good things to come.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, we'll move on. Any comment? All right, no comment. Move on to G, Educational Services, and G1 is a contract with Edmentum. Do you want to give us a little background on that, Maureen?
Sure. So, kind of like the only de facto leader here as everyone's off for the month of July. So I did take this lead at the recommendation of Jamie and worked with the leadership team over the course of the past 5 months on finding a way to consolidate all of the one-off supplemental tools we use to help kids in the classroom, so that we have some standardization. And if a child goes from Canalino to Aliso or from Summerlin to Family School or any of the combination, they're using the same tool and they're familiar with it. And so Edmentum came in. They have several products. It's a online computer-based tutorial, and it really addresses like level 1 triage of learning, and it's very comprehensive. We had them come, we had them demo, we had the elementary teachers look at the product. Collectively, they said, let's do this. The beauty of this product for the elementary, well, for all grades, is it has a component called AccuAssess, and it has a student take like a 30-point quiz. And from there, it benches their ability. And it automatically, based on that result, creates their differentiated learning plan and will keep them looping through all of the Common Core curriculum by component until they've mastered it. And so it's quite intuitive. It's getting all of those evaluation tools that we're using independently from the learning tools that don't talk to it in one product, so teachers have a way to really know where their kids are, the kids that are struggling, and then get them on the path to getting up to speed. The high school part of the product is for credit recovery right now. It is going to be used both at Rincon and at Carpinteria High. Sorry, that was a slip up. And it really is going to just focus on credit recovery. So at the high school, we're not going to be implementing any of the other supplemental tools at this time. And moving forward, we are looking to explore some of the other products. They do have an ESL reading component that we're looking at for our ESL kids that need that extra support. And then the middle school also has the same opportunity for the differentiated learning path as the elementary. But with the new principal, we decided to hold off for a year and let him see the product, let him get familiar with the school, and then bring that into the middle school the following year, where each core class can have something that those kids can pick up on when they're falling a little behind.
So does this replace, say, Read 180, System 44?
RenStar, Renaissance Learning.
And then there's the programs at the elementary school that they do online.
We're still going to be doing AR, the Renaissance Accelerated Reader. We are not going to be doing the Read 180 product has changed, and they've got a new product that requires a brand new, like a textbook adoption, and we're not going to do that because we're only doing 2 sections. We are going to continue to read 3D at the middle school, and at the same time use this year to find the right package for the middle school for that. This can replace that absolutely, but this is not core curriculum. This is a supplemental product. So we have to find an ESL product that will meet that core piece, and their ESL Reading Smart may or may not be that product. So those are the things that we'll evaluate over the course of the year. But the ESL Reading Smart is elementary, middle, high, so it does have components for all grades, and it's pretty intuitive. I think the thing that like I said, told everybody in the meeting, I'm just the checkbook, or the credit card. But the reality is that this is such an intuitive product that if a student starts doing this in the 5th grade and getting that remedial help through the product, they'll stay with the same product in the middle school. And the middle school will be able to see their progress, see where they struggled, and see where they were able to master. And they don't have to recreate the plan, and it'll follow them into high school too. So it's something that keeps us in a really consistent, measurable playing field to measure a kid through their career.
So, Maureen, the bottom line is that this will improve test scores, correct?
That's the hope. Mm-hmm.
Just
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Roger. So if it's only going to be used for credit recovery, though, how will it be used for district instruction at the high school level?
That's a really good question. So that this product, the one that we pay for through Exact Path and courseware, are the ones that address classroom supplemental assistance. The product we're going to use for district instruction is called OptEd Academy, and that's literally a teacher-taught virtual classroom. And that's a different product that will be used for district instruction, and that's not in a contract basis, that's on a per-student basis. So we don't pay for anything until we have a student that goes on the product, and that's by course. So it has all, you can do through the virtual academy absolutely every academic course, including AP, CTE classes, etc.
So the $120,000 doesn't cover the cost for district instruction.
No, the district instruction, we have the agreement that you see before you is just, you see there's a $0 value because we don't pay for it unless we have a student on the product.
And I didn't catch how much is it per student?
It's $295 a student
Okay.
per course.
How much?
$295 per student per course. So if you have a student on district instruction and let's say you give them math, ELA, that's 2 courses.
For district instruction, would they would get all the courses that they had, like
Right.
a high school student would get 5 courses, so that would be $1,500
Right.
approximately.
Right.
So what's the fiscal impact to the budget?
So this is it's $120,000 for 3 years. You see the cost breakdown for 17-18 is $41,540. When you unpack everything we are not bringing forward, it is about a wash.
Okay.
So the working with Ed Menem, they were very cognitive of the fact that here it's like I hate to say like a car dealer. I'm not paying any more than X. So it was not going to cost any more than we currently are paying in all these other off supplemental programs. And then there's also the option of having, let's say we have a few more kids in credit recovery than we've got in the contract. They're not going to, there's no penalized fiscal penalty for that. We are locked into this price. However, they will ask in the second year, if it looks like it's going to continue that at that rate, that we put an addendum in for additional kids.
And what about for district instruction? How is the cost difference there?
The same as the district instruction is not built into this. That will be built separately. And if we have 1, 2, 3, or 5, they'll bill us based on those students that enroll in the product.
I guess I'm asking what is it that we currently pay per student for? Like, how do we?
We have
currently
a
pay for district
substitute
instruction?
credentialed teacher that we pay almost full time to meet with those kids at the
Okay.
district library.
And
this
that
will
person won't be there
replace-
anymore.
This will replace that.
Replace
That
that.
would replace that.
So the idea being that we'd see a savings there. Is that
We would see a savings, and I will, aside from the fiscal piece, we have kids that are really not keeping up academically when they are not at school.
Yeah.
And this is going to give them the ability to not get behind and actually probably help them to get back up to grade level where they may be struggling already. So that's the intent. And it's, I think, aside from the fiscal savings, I think it really is good for kids.
Well, it is. I think we've all commented on that in previous meetings that are. It didn't seem as if the students we have on district instruction were getting really challenged, and so it sounds like this will provide a little bit more work for them to do to keep them at level.
Yeah, and I think the beauty too, even with the OptEd Academy for district instruction kids, they'll go through the assessment piece too. So at their grade level, it will say that, so they're in 7th grade, they're not in school, but let's say math, they're at 5th grade. The intent is to get them up to the 7th grade level, and when they come back, they're not behind. We know when kids are that far behind and they get further behind, they get defeated, and it just does not make them successful, and it just perpetuates a real problem. So I think the hope here too is to get these kids like in a classroom setting, at school, in a place where they're getting support and learning, so that they have the tools to be successful in their reentry into school.
So this could be for students who get sick or for,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yeah, even for home and hospital, for whatever reason a student can't be at school. Yes.
So just to clarify, we're taking previously, if students had been suspended or expelled or had some sort of medical issue, they were being taught through the public library by a certificated substitute, and now we're replacing
For
that
1 hour a day.
for 1 hour a day, and we're replacing that with a 5-day-a-week computer program that's going to be monitored then by
With human.
by a
Right.
certificated
Right.
adult.
By an adult.
And how long? I think my only question is, because this is a 3-year thing.
The home instruction is not.
Okay, so that's
Oh.
kind of if we can try it
The
out.
Opted
And if for some
Academy is
reason-
not locked into this 3-year contract.
Oh, because I
So
thought
what we're
that-
voting for is just the 3-year contract for the Edmentum,
For the
not the district
Edmentum, for
instruction
the
piece.
right, for those products. The second one is there's no cost to value, there's no lock-in. It's only if we use it.
Okay.
Great. All right.
Okay.
Can we get a motion? Anybody wanna make a motion?
I move to approve the contract with Edmentum for the year 2007. Sorry. I move to approve the contract with Edmentum for the year 2017 through 20.
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Move on to business operations facilities and warrants. Can I get a motion there?
I move we approve the warrants for the period of June 22nd through July 5th, 2017, in the amount of $303,345.21.
I second that.
Any discussion?
I just noticed in the warrants that there was the California Poets in the Schools for the Summerlin School. And I just wanted to, this is a comment, I just wanted to say that I am deeply in support of that program, and I just hope that it could be implemented district-wide, because I think it is such a great program. I would love to see it beyond just Summerlin School. And it seems, I don't know obviously from the warrant, I don't know the exact program, but it seems like a reasonably priced literary program.
What is
A California Poet in the School.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if that could be implemented district-wide, I would deeply support that. So
It is a phenomenal program. The kids love it. The parents love it. I think the teachers love
it seems reasonably priced. I don't know what it was, but it seems affordable that perhaps we could make it happen.
We have poets that go into school and would teach from 2nd to 5th graders how to write poetry. And they do amazing, amazing stuff. And it is very reasonably priced.
Great. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Item H2 is a Aries ASP hosting subscription renewal with Aries Analytics dashboard.
I move we approve the subscription renewal for 17-18 with the addition of analytics for a total of $22,307.
I second the motion.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item H3 is resolution number 17806, authorizing designated staff to sign contract documents with the California Department of Education. Make a motion?
So
Move.
moved.
Second?
Okay, any discussion? Roll call?
Oh.
Elio?
Aye.
Maureen?
Aye.
Michelle?
Aye.
Andy?
Aye.
And I'm aye.
Alrighty. Item H4 is resolution 17807 of the governing board delegation. Giving authority to make cash and budget transfers. It's really worded strangely. Yeah.
So moved. Whatever we said.
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call?
Rogelio?
Aye.
Maureen?
Aye.
Michelle?
Aye.
Andy?
Aye.
And I'm aye.
All right. Nothing for Measure U or personnel. Board communications. Rogelio.
Yes, I just would like to welcome Diana. This is your second day, correct? Third, actually. Yes, hopefully 3 years or more than that. We'll see. Nice environment. Welcome.
Same goes for me. I'm delighted to have you here and delighted that we have a name next to the title superintendent. Clear cut. You're in charge.
Ditto.
I just want to welcome you back to our community and let you know that I think we're going to be very receptive to your ideas and enthusiasm, and that I can't wait for you to meet all the parents, and I look forward to so many collaborations across the community. So I think it's going to be a really exciting first year and hopefully many years.
Great. I can't wait either.
All right. Well, welcome, Diana.
Thank
I'd just like to recognize Justin Main. If we get a shot of the audience here, who's working on his communications merit badge for Boy Scouts, and he took time out of his afternoon and evening to come listen to us. So, good job, Justin. Yeah. Okay.
Can I?
Yes.
So we pulled the personnel summary.
Yep.
Some of the items on that can't wait till the following board meeting. So can we revisit that with just one name pulled off of that item?
For this, yeah, we could amend the personnel summary.
Okay.
So we can go back to personnel. We can put it in personnel. So that would be D11, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm amending it by taking off in the assignments Mojan Hashimi.
Okay.
She declined the offer as I drove to the meeting tonight.
Okay. So everything else is
Everything.
Okay.
Everything else is fine.
So could I get a motion to approve the personnel summary with that one deletion?
I move to approve the personnel summary recommendations as amended.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Okay. Great. Enjoy your summer, everyone.
Thank you.